Yo, 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 yo. Yo, what's going on, stream? Yeah, what's up? How's it going? Yeah. Hold on. This song, A Long Fall, is what it's called. It's pretty good. How's it going, gamer? Oh, it's going fantabulous. It is going quite amazingly. How are you today, Mark? Hi. Hi, Mark VD. Gamer. Alright, yeah. This song's good. But like got better from whatever flu you have, you're just still trying to quarantine for a bit more. Super valid. I'm glad that you're feeling better. Sorry I haven't streamed in a minute. I had like a whole situation to take care of. Or no, on Saturday I streamed, Sunday I took a break. I don't remember what the fuck I did Monday. Oh, I installed upgrades on my computer on Monday. And then on Tuesday I wasn't at home. But yeah, my computer's upgraded now. It's upgraded. It is substantially more powerful than before. It's over. It's such a banger. Okay. But yes, I have unlimited power. Not unlimited, but my computer is like 4 times better than it used to be. More than that. I have a graphics card with over double the amount of VRAM I had before. It's also just a faster card. And a chip that has twice as many cores. And it's also just a higher clock rate as well. So it's faster in every single way. Except the RAM. The RAM is the same. I have not upgraded the RAM because I have 16 gigs of DDR4. I don't really need anything other than that personally. Maybe I will upgrade the RAM if my editing software still doesn't work, because I'm gonna get paid from Twitch next month. I could probably use that to upgrade the RAM. Anyway, you don't need to know about that. Should we change this image of the cat? Should the... Or maybe something else? Should I have a 2D VTuber again? Should that be a thing I do? I don't really like the one that I had before. Maybe another cat. Oh, that's a good point, actually. A different cat. Yeah, hold on. I'll do that. Cute cat gif. Oh, a cat kiss? Oh my god, the bread. Oh, that's good. That one's good. Bruh. Wait. Boop, boop. Boop. Cat paw grab. It's so large. Okay. That song's so good. Bruh. Lorg. Okay, we have the cat. Okay, I actually don't know what I'm gonna do today. Oh my god, I fucking killed the music. I'm so sorry. Right as it was about to get vibey. Right here, I'll replace it. I can actually stream like different games now. Like Elden Ring. I could stream Elden Ring, for example. It's also weird seeing FF14 at as high a frame rate as I have it now. It's quite strange. You ever put in a password and you're like, pretty sure you put it in wrong, and then it works? I can stream Elden Ring, pop-up of Star Opening 14. I said I could stream Elden Ring, not that I was going to. Today. I will stream Elden Ring, just... not yet. Maybe we should, actually. Is it an Elden Ring day? There we go. Old Donut stream? Huh? Oh, Elden Ring. I get it. Oh my god, did you guys did you see the fucking the new Magic the Gathering cards? I don't think a rhombus is in any way ring-like. Like, how is this a ring? Just a turned square. You're mixing the names of things? I see, I see. Old band? Instead of Elden Ring. Oh, here's a question. Hold on. If I do... Wait, it's in borderless window. Okay, because it's in borderless window, if I do this, capture that. Please. Okay, it seems to not want... Aged Taurus. That's a good one. That's a really good one. How the fork do I make this work? Oh, that's why it didn't work. It was anti-cheat. It was Final Fantasy's anti-cheat that was making it not work. Of course. Of course we play that song, yes. So if I do this, awesome. I can open stuff and you guys can't see it. Okay. I don't like using display capture. What happened to the blocker? Oh, weed. I don't like using display capture because I feel like I'm gonna like show something I'm not supposed to show on stream. Even though like I don't have a lot of weird stuff on my computer or anything. I feel like maybe you'll see one thing I don't really want you to see, you know? I'm sure you understand. But like, check this out now. Look at this. Look at the FPS. Look. It's just, it's solid. Like, what? Certainly nothing suspicious in this here computer. Look, I don't do any crimes. I don't do any what's the word? I'm not involved in anything overly debaucherous. Anything dubious? Maybe that's a better word. Ah, there she is. Did I not tell you she would return safe and sound? It is done then? Titan is no more? Oh, I'm mad. Why am I so mad? Good, there has been enough tragedy this day. He has been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. This is Gabu. Sorry, I should summarize what happened last time. We were trying to cut supply lines of aether crystals because the Warriors of Darkness are trying to kill a bunch of beast gods to make the beast tribes more and more desperate, eventually causing a calamity of disastrous proportions. Because the beast tribes are going to become more and more desperate, so they'll try and summon more powerful gods until they destroy the world. And they're trying to destroy this world to save their own, but we believe they were misled by the Asians anyway. We just defeated Titan and cut the supply lines to this beast tribe's aether crystals. We were trying to be diplomatic with them, but it did not work because we're in Limsa Laminsa and the Laminsans aren't exactly kind to this beast tribe. Anyway, he is almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence. Should that prove to be the case, he must be put to death like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it. We must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Ysel's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. Word! There is not to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one which may never come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander Bloeden of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? I'll be the errand girl. Fine. What's Queen Booty? What? Huh? 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 Oh, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst. But they said you had matters well in hand. All settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my men will be. Believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal, and there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like, we were all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you have a lot of places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. I can't even decline. He's just cutscene and that we're celebrating. What if I have somewhere to be? Ooh. What's Alphino saying? Alphino. Wait, let me open this door so the cat can come in here. Hold on.
Who goes there? Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences. Yet my heart aches more than ever.
She's got trauma.
I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
Oh, Oh, okay, hold on. I had the pleasure to fight along Sir Emmerich. And to eat dinner with him.
He is quite a man, the Lord Commander. I shall have to thank him for his kindness. Truth be told, I was rather taken aback by it all. Given Ishgard's famous love of foreigners, I was half expecting the Kyrugians to berate me for bleeding. But I never heard an unkind word. Everyone there seemed relatively open and friendly, in fact, thanks in no small part to your tireless efforts, I suspect. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
I thought the cutscene was over. Oh, now we gotta look at the woad. Oh shit, he's in Thanalan. What are you doing in Thanalan?
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say! It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts, and thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Very well. Draw her out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
Motherfucker, I was muted. Basically, Gabu is struggling. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. I feel so bad for Gabu. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness. He's still in there, I know it, beneath the anguish and the despair. He's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, nor will Maelstrom Command. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You should never have been made to. And I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there is nothing I can do or say, the pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. When it hurts so much your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them, and never ever forget. Come along, little one.
I will remember them. And you, Alize, thank you. The little guy.
Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A thousand times over, there will be a reckoning. I'm fucking with you. Huh? There we go. Knots and crosses. Oh. I must go to the waking sands. Gary. I wonder if my ping is any better. Sending 0. Nah, not really. It's actually better on this server for me than it is on my on my normal one. We have heard the glad tidings from Ogomoro, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. 'Twas by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I set out the Garen Chronicles that we might better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times have they succeeded. Then of 10 and 3 only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my lady Minfilia spake unto thee. As for what becometh of these reflections, when they and the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral flames, each soul surrendereth to her call, to flow unto the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the warriors of dark succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, the verse speaketh of the renunciation of the flesh and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall to transcendent light in the manner of the warriors of darkness described, it would give way unto a void wherein none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew. Saved, such at least is their belief, I surmise. If that is true, then gods, no one should ever be made. No one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. It would seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans? Strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, and lest thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Asians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Rhalgr. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Aline Royal. I forget how to say her name. The remnants of that person's network of spies. Surely you jest. And yet, it is not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough. Oops. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me, we must seek out the resistance group which received the crystals without delay. Princess Alize, will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves, firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Alphino, Alize, Princess, are you three listening? Good, I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, and I hope you are sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them, and the crystals too? What few remained, regrettably it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. 'Twas bound for Little Alamigo, we are told, where it will be received by members of a local resistance group. Since Sir Emmerich's men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we, by happy coincidence. We learned of the shipment but a few moments ago. Ha! And there I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and her little helpers. Wait a moment. There is more, and I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly in the employ of one Aline Royal, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred? With whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Y'shtola next, but is there someone else you would have me notify first? No, there isn't. Oh fuck, we know. Alphino just put it together. Right? Like, that's it. He puts it oh, when you see it. Hold on, top right, when you see it. What in the world has gotten into her? It is twice now that we have sought Urianger's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils and spent as much time at the Levier estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though, little Alamigo awaits. Right? Because Urianger was... He knew... Wait, yeah, he told us that the people responsible were former spies, or that he learned of that. But like that, I don't know. Didn't he just, so Urianger just told us that the people responsible for the thing was Lin Rawaya. I think it's actually Warai. Hold on. How the fuck do you say that word? Hold on. Okay, wait, hold on, listen.
We are looking at how to pronounce this name. Name of French origin. For reference, in French it is said as Roy. Roy. So in English, Roy. Roy.
Roy. Roy. Roy. Roy. Roy. Roy. Bleu. Aline Roy. Or Ivy. Okay. Anyway, Urianger was talking to us about Roy as being, you know, people being involved in this area. No, he was saying that the people involved in this area doing this thing or formerly working for that person. How did he know that? He was telling us that, but how did he know it? Yeah, how did he come across the information of the shipments being... Yeah, wait, what? How did he come across such information? I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me, it has been a long day. Did you have something to say? Urianger? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head, now more than ever. Listen, princess, if anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right then, to more pressing matters. Since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather from his absence. In his absence. So to review, we are reliably informed that members of the Alamegan resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals. Oh, he somehow got his hands on the receipts of several large shipments of crystals and made note how they used to work for Royal. I see. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here would be wholly unaware of the Resistance's movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Princess, why don't you question the residents on the eastern half of town? Alizé and I will do the same for the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings. I feel like we should have liberated Alamigo by now. Like on principle. We've been doing a lot of good. But like that's the kind of good I want to do, is I wanna help Alamigo. Let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. While he's lit a fire in every Alamigan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few old Dons to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder, the Garleans won't stop until we're all under the yoke. I see you there going around asking questions. Looking for the Griffin and his lot, I'll bet. Seems they're the talk of little Alamigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about, what he's got in store for the Garleans, and what's under that mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, what with all the scars. Others reckoned he's been marked for death by the Empire, and that they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. I think I was overdoing that guy's voice a bit. Eh? The Resistance? Damned if I know. It's not as if I'd be any use to them. If you said store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the Mask's bedtime stories. This is our lot. It's time we got used to it. Bruh. I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. This Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Yet despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them, only that they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamigan liberation is unrivaled. We can but hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this is the group which received the crystal shipments, we yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions and mayhap enlist his help while I am about it. Given that you and Gundabald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead, shall we? Why didn't we just do this first? Like, why wasn't this the first thing we did? Because I thought like, oh, I'll just go ask Gundabald since he's my friend. Much as it pleases me to see you again, Princess, I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin? Aye, I know of him, as do we all. He and his masks have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there was suspicion at first, given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Karn. Go and see with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. I'm about to say, this is how I was saying this had happened in Alamigo before. Oh, nice. I didn't actually expect to be able to make it out of that. The Resistance being tempted to call a primal, not the first time that this has happened to little Alamigo. Or in the Resistance, even. So I'm glad that they mentioned that. Bibi Moo. As I begin already, I hear voices coming from within.
Brothers and sisters,
It's fucking
in
Ilberd.
our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out. Building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains.
I want that fucking mask.
We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country. Or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home.
Because it is so stylish.
We abandoned
I
them,
hope I
the
can
meek
get it.
and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamegan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Arbania once more!
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
Oh, what? It's fucking Ida and Papa Limo! Where the fuck have you guys been?
Here.
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Where the fuck have you two been?
Well, this is quite the surprise.
We were busy ending a war in
If you see
Ishgard.
what I see, if you feel as I feel,
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
for it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
Bruh. Papa Limo. Finally, dude. Where have you been, little bastard? Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you! Although it was pretty obvious you and Princess would be fine. The Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were and distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. But if you truly believed that... Forgive me, what exactly have you two been doing all this time? repaying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance.
That's right. They smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo,
All at great risk to themselves.
obviously we couldn't let that go unacknowledged.
So we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. When we learned of the Scion's exoneration, that Lolorito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves and that General Raban had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact. But having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gathered from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. Bruh.
To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let their refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs.
The Griffins mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Curious. It is well known that we are no friends to Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. Exactly. Why would you not want the bitch who killed the Black Wolf on your side? If you're fighting the Empire, like I've fought the Empire. I destroyed the Ultima weapon. Like, hello, bruh. I should say that the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator, and a talented rabble-rouser to boot. 'Twould not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him.
It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks.
What? It's not as if I'm making all of you wear one, and mine only covers half of my face. It's completely different. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the... to get a better sense of the man. For all the good it did. And now you have heard the whole of it, but tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Well, we think that they're gonna try and summon a primal delivery. Yeah, there you go.
You're not serious, I can't believe it. The Resistance would never even entertain such a ridiculous plan.
But the Griffin... How the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence that he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to a powerful power capable of defeating the Empire. The masks have made many such claims of late. I confess I had assumed it be a mere bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Which is kind of funny because, like, the whole like, issue with the Black Wolf is that, or like the whole thing about the Ultima weapon was that the Empire was just able to kill primals, like, easily. I mean, maybe now that the Ultima weapon is gone, primals are now actually able to cause problems for the Empire, I guess? Very strange. Whatever it is, we'll find out together, and if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed, that is assuming you'll have us. Yeah, of course. We just didn't know where the fuck you guys were. They didn't know where we were either. And they were busy, so. I guess, I mean, that's kind of, I mean, it makes sense why they'd be indisposed. I'm just curious as to why these characters were kept out of the story. But I don't think it's bad. It's, like, totally fine to have them stay over here for a while. I can just reintroduce these characters now. Like, I don't take issue with it. Sheesh.
If, as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a primal, we must needs obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I suppose we question his double. Given his role as the group's de facto mouthpiece, I shall not be surprised if he were one of Griffin's closest associates, and while he may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he can probably tell us the mask's plans in broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonates. However, he is wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without a suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Alphino oppose this adventurous, fallen on hard times, inspired by his words to take up arms for a noble cause. Edenai, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements and testify as to your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears, he will decide to welcome you in person, and we will arrange a meeting. You will need to... You will need to look the part that we might maintain the charade. Until we have him cornered, at least. Here, this should be enough to purchase suitable garments from Tailbot, and have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them for good measure. Any questions? Go buy some trash! If it all seems simple enough, thank you, and with that, princess, let's be off. Is it even faster to use the Aetherite? I actually think it might have been faster just to run there. Or just to fly there. Because I could come in through the side. Maybe not. No, I don't think so, because I have to channel my mount. You want to buy what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. Well, you're the ones with the gill, and seen as you're friends of Papalimo. There, 2 naked slops for the both of you, tailored and treated to your tastes. Now off with you before someone sees us together. Clothes maketh the man, as they say. Right then, I will go and change and see you at the spot Papalimo marked on our maps. Wearing the shepherd's tunic and slops. Weathered shepherd's tunic. Weathered shepherd's slops. These are just the worst looking clothes in the universe. I think that's the point. That is the point. Mwah. But look at us, a pair of down-at-heel adventurers, seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. And now we play the waiting game.
My thanks, comrades. You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
Oh, they're giving them to the Amalja, and they're gonna summon
joking.
a primal.
Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the Resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honorable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amalja?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light?
Yes, sir, that's me.
Aye, I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave woman can make a difference.
That's really touching.
You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed.
I remember this guy! No, I remember you! I remember that quest!
On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
Thank you. It's a thankless job sometimes. You know, I would help free Alamigo. They just haven't given me the quests to do so yet.
Look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Oriamel, he said, do you remember? I do. Yes, I do. You cannot be expected to recall every name and face, and besides, it's not as if it matters. I do remember. I remember that guy. I had to make medicine for him. It was in Quarry Mill. His friend like asked me to, and I had to like, cause I had to get the medicine because the people of the Twelveswood wouldn't give them medicine because they didn't want to anger the elementals, so I had to get it for them. I remember. I remember. I've long admired how you live in the present, how you focus on the problems at hand, and always keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together, Princess. Once find and secure those crystals, there is no time for looking back. But I remember that guy. I do. I do. Hold on. I just don't remember his name. But I remember that guy. I remember his face. I remember doing the quest for him. I remember saving his life. The level 27 main story quest. That is over 120 hours ago. That is over, like, over 2 months of my real life ago. Hold on. I just want to see his name. He's from the quest He Ain't Heavy. Which is a song, apparently. Probably where that quest title comes from. If we take the Griffin's double at his word, then the crystals are somewhere within Zaharak, ready to be put to use by the Amalja. Mefrid? No, not Mefrid. Galleon. Right? Pretty sure it's Galleon. Right? I'm pretty sure it's Galleon. I think. Look. It's one hell of a quest. It's very emotional. He's all like, oh, leave me behind. I'm dead weight. And his friends are like, no. We must apprise Alize of all we have learned. I will join you at Little Alamigo after I have changed. Likewise. Here, I feel like it's definitely faster to fly. Shoot, maybe not. Wish I could sprint oil on my mount. Just go even faster in the air. Hey, Thancred. Now that Thancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could share your latest findings. My dude was in Ishgard, bro. You mean to tell me that while we were worrying yourselves sick, you didn't pop and leave while we're here all along? Well, Y'shtola will be relieved, and also angry. Mainly angry, I should think. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them in the hands of the Amalja. For all we know, they could be preparing to summon Ifrit, even as we speak. We must make for Zaharrak without delay. Agreed. If there is naught else to discuss, let us depart at once. And so they go forth in accordance with the Griffin's plans. The players gather to assume their marks on a stage wreathed in flame. Ere long the curtain shall rise, and the drama of which I am author, gods forgive me, shall at last be performed. Naught else remaineth, save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance is seized, for never shall we know its like again. Bruh. Turtle. Wait, where the fuck are we? How did we get here? I confess that I expected a warmer greeting, but we must not jump to conclusions, not until we have braved the bowl of embers. We must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you would make any final preparations, produce so now. I shall await your signal. Upon pursuing the bowl of embers, several countries play a sequence. It is recommended that you that's fine. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm good. Vamos. I'm ready.
This isn't right. The Amalja would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
The saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
By the 12, will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos.
Bring it then.
One life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
Shut up. You're stupid. Let's do this. You hit hard as fuck, Thancred.
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle, defend me!
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Shut up.
Alize!
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was.
Oh?
My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh? You're not a scholar, are you? That's a sword! That's a motherfucking sword!
If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy all that we hold dear, then you shall die by my sword.
Let's finish this.
Alright, let's fucking tango then. Finally. I get to fight this guy. I get to load. I get to load. Jesus. Okay, let's focus this one.
You shall fall soon enough.
There's no escape!
Okay.
No more games!
Okay. Cool.
It ends now.
This kind of bites.
What?
The chains!
You
Okay.
snake. You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? that rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over.
Likewise.
For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady.
Okay. Alright, okay, Oriange.
By thy leave.
Even odds then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you.
It still
in
kind
one
of
fell swoop.
sucks. Oh, sorry. Let me not interrupt this douchebag.
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell.
Okay, this scene is
Cannot do
stupid.
it alone, but together we can defeat them.
Before the mage casts his spell, we're just like, just talking, like, go! Go! You should have already gone! Oh my god! Go! Oh, they were in the way.
Make ready. They come.
That was really unclear in that shot composition. That was really unclear. Are we fighting again? It still kind of sucks because I don't know why the fuck I got chained in the first place. It's just like the power of the echo. Their echo is stronger than ours for no reason. I guess we were outnumbered. Maybe that's why.
I must have more ether.
How? Or do I just have to like stand in here? It says channel ether into Jesus. Whoops. Wow, I rolled 3 sun cards in a row. That's awesome. I need a moon. Not that kind. Wow. I don't know what you mean. Give me your ether. How, bitch? I would love to, just like... What do you mean, give me your ether? What do you fucking want? What do you want? What do you want? What? I have to click that name right there.
The ether. It's not enough.
That I did not see until that moment. Oh, you have to wipe them and then do it. Okay. Yeah, fucking excuse me. You have a fucking problem, dog. Oh, now I can? Oh no. Bruh. Oh, we're gonna lose.
I can feel it. Just a little more.
Hurry it up, neighbour!
Oh, it just hits the hole. Okay. You'd think that they would have some semblance of strategy, like get this guy off of me, or like... Maybe this is actually decent strategy. This sequence is weird as fuck. Did it work? It didn't fucking go? Bruh.
Tis done. With this blade, I banish the darkness.
No. Not like this.
Wait, I'm sorry, was this like post Heavensward stuff? Not related to what happens in Stormblood? This... Oh... There's no way they're like gone here, like they're gonna come back. Plus, I swear that's the guy from the Endwalker stuff.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
That was a pretty cool moment for Alize. That was pretty cool. It was just a little fucking confusing, the mechanics of it.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
And the direction of the fight was just... like, what? Bruh.
We are far from finished.
I was very confused, is the only problem. Yeah, just confused as to what was happening in the fights, really.
We came to this world.
The smirk.
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt plains with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Makes sense.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Why?
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last, you see. To save our world, we gave our lives.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like Riange, like,
We were
yeah.
just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
I don't know.
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
Rise and carry the fight for those we left behind.
I'm sorry, I'm mocking them because they're just like douches for like they're like cartoonishly evil to us. When it's like if they have such reasonable motivations, wouldn't they be somewhat reasonable? I don't know. Just I don't know.
To have known the depth of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice, nonetheless. Master Louis-Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
I also have fucking Gracefolger's left eye. Okay, so they were able to do that stuff in the fight before because they have 5 fucking crystals. And they're like the Ascians. I was just super confused why they were that powerful. But they're still like overly douchey.
Such sorrow. Oh my dear children.
Okay. They still shouldn't have been douchey, but okay.
Be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the First, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Heidelin. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Heidelin had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength long sought. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal? and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land. Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Heidelin's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Heidelin. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
Word. Heidelin just needs someone to keep her light in check, I guess. And that has to be Minfilia, it would seem.
Thank you, Lemmy, for everything.
Would seem we were in southern Thanalan again. Minfilia is doing, no doubt. And the 12 speed her on her way. And the Warriors of Darkness too. Okay, that's a pretty good fucking resolution for Orianger, I think. For that like whole plot thread. I was really thought he was betraying us. I cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. If they give their lives in order to travel to the source, then in returning to the first, would they not? Mayhap that was their wish. Bruh. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's a pretty satisfying end to that narrative. The narrative, like, or the plot threads that we had going on there. That's a pretty satisfying end to them. The only thing about the last few quests that I haven't enjoyed is that they're just, like, mechanically speaking, they're just the same, like, they're just the same dungeons, like instances. Like I had to fight primals I've already fought before, like not even new versions, not even harder versions, just the same ones. It's not that, you know, nothing new happened, it's just like, bruh. And then that fight that just happened was kind of confusing as to like what I was supposed to do and also why I was getting my ass kicked. Like now that I understand everything that was happening, a lot of the like frustrations I had with the fight are gone, but like now, or at the time I was like, dude, why did I just get chained for no reason? But it's because they were Ascian-like and had all those crystals, so it makes sense that they'd be able to do so. I think that frustration is probably intended as well, in some part. Although I don't think there's... I think there was that one bit where I was just like confused, like what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Like in the fight, but also like what do you mean I have to stab that mage before they cast their spell? Because mechanically in the game, getting hit like at all just cancels your spell. I was like, let's just go over there and hit him. What do you mean? Why are we deliberating? But it's like, no, that actually doesn't work for that mage. They just keep casting anyway. I figured it out though, so pretty cool ending to that. Actually, I'm very satisfied with that. It had that like moment where I was like, oh, this is shaky, but it came together very nicely. Except I was a tad confused. And the gameplay's been much the same, but narratively I am satisfied. Forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere. And this, when I know full well there is yet work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back to Zaharak and secure them. The Amalja will still be in disarray after the thrashing the Warriors of Darkness gave them. They are not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. But Thancred, you don't have to do this, I know, but I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stones. I should go and find Ida and Papalimo. They will have finished searching the Mask's camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. Okay, hold on, let me... Okay. You must be tired, princess. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that warrior of darkness in the Ascian in white at the Great Library. I tried not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even were your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that a part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Also, it's really cool character development to see Orianger and Alize doing stuff. And just learning about them, like... And also Orianger sacrificing Minfilia. And then Minfilia forgiving him in the same stroke. Lol. I don't know. I like it. It definitely doesn't feel contrived. All of these resolutions feel not only happy, but good. Like, earned. I like them. Okay. Would that there had been any other way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did. That you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Yeah. Princess, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee into a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then, warrior of light. What? Speak to Papa Limo, bruh. Take a nap, more like. I'm gonna open a window real quick. Oh shit, I passed it.
Well met, Princess. Alphino said you would be joining us.
Oi. 'Twould seem the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the mask's camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharrak? Actually, a lot went down. I don't believe it. The crystals, Minfilia, all of it, it's just... I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Ida. Even now I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The one thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. It was bittersweet, aye, but also affirming. All of you know, I believe it is past time Ida and I rejoin the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives, and I hope that we might in turn offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. It's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? Can't wait to hear about everybody's adventures. Everyone's adventures. I can't do British accent. We should be glad to recount them, and Tataru's tales may well surprise you. Yeah, we were fighting dragons, dude. And making peace with dragons. Ida! Rhalgr be praised, it is you! Ida alive and standing here before me in the flesh, I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come now, has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gundabald. I fought beside your father in the Revolution. Huh? Do not think less of her, friends. It has been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways, but the resistance were always welcome in Little Alamigo. They give us hope, and young Ida most of all. He was always full of fire, ever the first to volunteer for a mission, until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst, but here you are, alive and well. Looking nary a day older. Huh? Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oh, sorry, we were still the Circle of Knowing back then. Right. Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about. And we will, but right now I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Okay, forgive her. It has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones. In... Mordona? It'll take me for giving you that mask. What? Oh, we've set up something else. Wait, is that not actually Ida? What? Wait. No, no, surely not. Surely that's not the the thing. Am I supposed to put my return point back on Mordona? I had it on the Foundation for a while, which proved useful. I'll respec it. Might as well. No forkin' way have I been in just chatting this entire time. Ugh. Well, shrimp. Forking Dorgant. Bruh. Oh, return point. Watch me immediately have to go to the Foundation for like no reason. Welcome home, Princess. I trust your journey was uneventful. You will be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals he sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here and we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Y'shtola and Kryl and brief them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience now that our lost friends have been found. It would seem meet to discuss the future. Oh, didn't a primal also pop out of the water near Charlian? I'm pretty sure that happened. Oh my gosh, the gang's all here. Except me and Ophelia.
Back in the solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
Welcome to the Scions.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
He's so emotionally intelligent.
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities.
Mood.
That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got her to keep us from bickering.
Also mood. I'm just gonna
But I
let
will
you
suffer
guys
no
think.
titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
Money!
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
Defend, protect those who cannot protect themselves, and those who can. Protect everybody. That's my plan. Defend. Help the people who need help. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, a new adventure. What else? The road goes ever on, to strive for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. That's exactly what I would say, but with better words. Okay, let me think. To strive for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. I should have timed it with the lip flaps.
Indeed.
So it looked like it sounded like I was saying it. Okay, well.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
Look at them, princess. The scions of the seventh dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome. All of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here and what the future holds, only the 12 know. But I know that we will find out together. Ooh. Oh. Yet another cutscene. A new hand. A new hand.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life, my friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
It's always... I always need to remind myself that these people have had a history before me. They were here since that calamity, right?
Thank you.
Archons, they are.
I shall guard it well.
And they're much older than they seem. Like, I think Papalimo has to be like 50, right? Like, not all of them, but like
cause to hope.
Ida, Papalimo, Thancred, and Urianger. Oh, and Yashola.
For
sorry.
every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
I have to remind myself of that. Because, the relationship dynamics might be confusing otherwise. No, they make sense. Oh! Well then, brother, you may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle will be our greatest yet. I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. Oh, maybe Stormblood is like Alamigo. True believers are so readily led. No, dude. Oh my god. I have given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Oh no, he's shit-talking. Elidibus. Get what you wanted then? Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it most to a surfeit of light or... Be it host to a surfeit of light or dark, a world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. Oh, god fucking damn it. I knew we should have destroyed them. As soon as Amaric said, toss them into the abyss, I was like, no, pierce them. Eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds, you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for weal or for woe. Word. So he's trying to not create voids. Oh, so we've actually helped him because that's not even what his plans were. Kinda? Maybe he just seeks to sow chaos? Basically, apparently, nothing... Oh, he was trying to create calamities and sow chaos, I think was what he was trying to do on this world. So we stopped that. But in so doing, save the other worlds from becoming a void, so he may sow chaos on that one as well? This guy. So it was here all along. Who's that? Oh, it's Nero! Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun. Ha 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 ha. No rest, no surrender. That is the quest line. That quest line complete. Now we have to do, I think it's at the far edge of fate. That's what we'll do next. But I'm actually gonna go ahead and call stream there. Bit of a short one, but I am actually wicked tired. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope that y'all have a nice night. Bye now.